I bet this is familiar to you. You check your bill and realize you've just paid a $20 streaming subscription that you don't intend to watch. You then tell yourself that you'll cancel it next month, and after 2 years, you're still paying $20 a month for a service you didn't use. So you have effectively given $240 to a company for free. Now, watch on cause I'm going to teach you how to prevent that. So, here's the thing, this is more serious than you think. You might think that you have it under control, but according to a study, 74% of us cannot remember what we have subscribed to. And we all think that we know how much we are spending every month in our subscriptions, but we're actually off US $133 a month. Yeah, I'm sure that we are even spending over $100 on subscription. You see, this is the new problem as how we buy things have now become very different nowadays. In the past, we buy one thing that we can use forever, which is called a license. Nowadays, many businesses are moving to the subscription model. A good example is Microsoft Office. In the past, we bought one CD from Bing's Shoppers Paradise for $7 and the one pirated one, man? Yeah, we bought a $59.99 Microsoft Office and then use it forever. But now, even Microsoft Office is subscription based. This is why we are suddenly faced with so many subscriptions, because everything is subscription based. Before knowing how to solve this problem, you need to know that there are two different types of subscription. The first is called forgotten subscription, and the other is called subscription trap. Forgotten subscription is not that bad. It's like we subscribe to Microsoft Office, and then 6 months later, we have switched to using Google Docs, but we forgot to unsubscribe. Okay, that one, the companies have no intention to make us subscribe to them even when we don't use their service. It's just that we, the consumers, have forgotten about them. Secondly, is the subscription trap. Now, this is but unfortunately, it's completely legal. You see, sometimes you just want to do one thing, like using an app that can make you look 10 years younger. So you're told to subscribe for a free trial for 1 month, and then after that, if you didn't cancel, the deduction will go until you cancel. The whole idea is to beat you with the trial and not get you to continue to use the service because they know their services are useless. But once you're beaten in, they hope that you forget about it. So money, you'll deduct from your credit card. And after that, if you want to cancel, you have to go through so many freaking steps. And even when you thought that you have cancelled, you haven't, because the cancel button is in green. So that you think you have clicked in the red don't cancel button instead. So here's the thing, this is getting more out of control. A recent Indian report states that almost 67% of people fell to these subscription traps. And I won't be surprised if you have a few user subscription attached to your card now. Therefore, the very first thing you need to do is to avoid falling into subscription trap. They usually come packaged with another service or product, or they want free trial for you to use urgently. If you know it's a subscription trap, then don't subscribe. So what's next? The second thing you need to do is to use PayPal if possible for any subscription. You see, it's very easy to cancel your subscription if you use PayPal. Just go to your account and at the recurring payment, just cancel whatever you need to cancel. Unlike credit or debit card, whereby you can't just stop the payment of that particular merchant just by a click, you can do so with PayPal. Now that you are done with preventive measures, it's time to do a spring cleaning of your subscriptions. There are two things we need to look at: our cards and our phone subscription. For our cards, you need to go through your previous month's entire statement and you'll find your subscriptions. From there, assess if a subscription is needed. If in doubt, just cancel. Because trust me, you can resubscribe super easily. Now for this, it's tricky as sometimes the deduction seems to be from some weird company you have not seen before, as a subscriptions company might be a name that you have not heard before. The easiest solution is just to do a Google search and you usually know what subscription it is, or just search the name in your email inbox, as these subscriptions have their company name as a signature. Next, you need to look at your phone app store subscriptions. You'll be surprised at how many you have subscribed to, since this is so easy to subscribe, as all it takes is a tap. For this, do the same. The good thing is that you can easily unsubscribe as well, just by tapping a button. Now if you have changed phone from iOS to Android or vice versa, some app might need you to change, so remember to cancel and change out. It's a good habit to do a spring cleaning every 6 months, cause you won't know what subscription you still need. Now if you think this is helpful, share this with your friends and also watch this video to be slightly smarter. And also thank you for spending 4 minutes with me. I really appreciate it.